how you can use TikTok to your advantage to get free leads also. I will be sharing my presentation here. All right, so how to get organic leads and how to attract the right audience. So TikTok is not just post a video and hope that it does well. It's about being seen by the right people, building trust quickly, and guiding curious people into conversations. That's the first thing that we need to remember. It isn't about being perfect, it's about being real, consistent, and clear with the message that you want to share. When you see it, when you use it, in the right way, it can become one of the best platforms to attract people organically, not by chasing them, but by letting the right people find you. TikTok, it is not a dancing app anymore. It has become a search engine. A lot of people go there to search things like how to leave my 9 to 5, how to start a business with no experience, how can I make extra income from home. So there are two ways that you can set up your TikTok account. You can have a personal account and a business account. I'll go into the differences quickly. So if you have a personal account, you can add a clickable link in your bio only once you have 1,000 followers, versus if it's a business account, you can add it instantly. You can use all the trending sounds if you're using a personal account, but you cannot if you are using a business account. And you cannot run ads, paid ads from a personal account, but you can from a business account. So this is obviously it's up to you which one to choose. I prefer to leave mine as a personal account, since you're trying to get to know the people and you are sharing your journey. I don't see this as a business account. The goal is not to go viral. The goal is to become discoverable by the right people. The views are nice, but they don't pay us, right? So we just need to create content for attention and for attraction. You don't need to overcomplicate things, okay? You just need to share 3 main types of content: your story content, your pain point or struggle content, and the belief and the solution content, which is our business, obviously. When you combine these 3, people actually feel misunderstood, not like you're trying to sell them the business. So the story content, this is where you're going to share your journey, your before and after, your real life moments, and why you started this business. This type of content will build the connection. Then you're going to share the pain content, which is, this is where you're going to speak directly to what your ideal person is feeling, either guilt, either tired. The best thing to do about this is to remember why you started. Remember who you were before starting this business and talk to that person directly. This type of content will make people feel seen. And then you'll need to share the belief solution content. This will help people think differently. You don't need to sell the products to make money online. You don't need more time. You need a system that works around your time. This can make them believe that they can do it too, that they don't need any experience, that you are a person just like them who started from nothing. This type of content creates the curiosity. So the final formula, when you move like this, becomes a hook, which is the hook. The best hooks are made out of pain points. You can literally ask ChatGPT to give you like 10 hooks for all the pain points that you think your best audience is struggling with. And it will give you 10 hooks literally, which you can use throughout the week. use the resonating truth and the call to action. Always put a call to action. What I do is I do not prefer to leave my link and just send people to the link. I prefer to tell people to DM me or to send me on WhatsApp just to have a conversation so that you can build trust with them. Now, to get the organic leads, they come from 4 places. Either people commenting on your videos, either people following you after watching several of your videos, people sending you a private message, or people clicking the link in your bio. So when they click the link, we all know that it will be an instant lead, right? If it's your first opt-in. But to engage naturally, when someone comments, don't ignore them. Reply to them. Reply with something nice and warm. When someone private messages you, don't pitch the business immediately. Start a conversation. Example, when they ask you about the business, you can use happy to send it, just curious. What caught your attention most? The time freedom or the income side? And when someone follows you, follows your page, you can do this on every social platform that you own. I like to send a message to them and say, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate. Here I share how I've been able to build something that fits around real life and also help others do the same. If that's ever something you've been thinking about, I'd be more than happy to share. And if not, that's totally okay too. And some of the people literally want to know. They'll ask you, yes, I want to know more. So you optimize for discovery because your videos need to be seen by the right people, right? You use the best trending sounds, okay? You can boost visibility with that. You can research in the content creation for TikTok. You can use TikTok Live and interact with your audience directly and answer questions in real time. You can use a mix of niche-specific hashtags and trending hashtags. And you can use captions with a clear call to action, all right? And as I said, I love to use most, send me a message or send me on WhatsApp. And obviously always use clear thumbnails so they attract clicks. So every TikTok before posting it should answer one of these questions. Does this video that I'm about to upload align with my desired niche? Would I stop to watch this video if I was scrolling? What is my ideal person struggling with? Which, as we said already, that would be who we were before we started this business. And what part of my story can help them feel understood? Because that is what you need to share. That is what makes people feel they resonate with you and they want to know more. You are only your own success story. Don't judge your video by the clicks, by the views. TikTok is like planting seeds, sort of like the bamboo story. Some videos bring leads today, some build trust for next week, and some people come back months later, even in my case, 2 years later. You should keep testing and learning to refine what works, which is exactly the mindset you need with the organic content too. When you're creating organic content, you need to test and test and test and do not rest. This is something I always love to share because it's the truth in every social media. You need to test to see what works for you because it doesn't mean if it works for me, it will work for you too. You need to test and use your way. So here's what I want you to remember. TikTok is about letting people see the real you with a clear message. Someone out there is scrolling right now, feeling stuck, tired, worried, or desperate for a change. Sort of like we were when we saw the ads, right? When we came in. They may not know what they're looking for yet, but your story might be the video that makes them pause. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need perfect lightning. You don't need a huge following because TikTok is one of the best social platforms for that. It doesn't show your video according to your following. It shows your videos according to how many views and engagement and clicks and shares you're getting. You need to show up with a good message. Speak to the person that you want to help and invite them gently to take the next step. Because organic leads don't come from pressure, they come from trust. And trust is built when people feel that she or he understands them. Thank you so much for that. So, this is all I have in my presentation. I know Aranet asked me to share my TikTok. Not sure how I will do that. All right. Okay, so this is my TikTok page. As you can see, I have a mix of videos and photos. A lot of them are in Maltese, so I can't really uh, share exactly what I say to people, but I can obviously let you all know. A thing I ask is when people ask me about the business, I speak to them for a bit, and then when I get to pivot to the business conversation, I tell them that I help people start an affordable and proven system that allows them to create their own online business. We provide all the training, all the system, all the sales tools, and need to become a successful business owner, regardless of their experience or skills. And then I explain that we have a free workshop that I can share with them and ask if they want to see it first. I don't send them my link. If they tell me yes, they want to see the workshop, I just ask them for their name and email address. Once they send it to me, I will uh, I will sign them up myself and send them my thank you page. And then be sure to follow up with them the next day or 2 days the latest to check if they have seen my workshop or not. Uh, Thank you for the follows. I'm guessing it's from the meeting. So basically, this is all I do. The most thing that you need to remember is you need to build trust with them. They need to know you. All right. They need to feel the need to trust you and that you really are going to help them. One thing I also love to do is to always send a voice message that feels warmer, trustworthier, and that way you, number one, you're gaining more confidence to speak with people. Because if you're like me, I'm a huge introvert. I always used to be shy. I didn't even like to hear my voice when I send a message. So this was big for me. But practice makes perfect, right? And we know that we don't need to be perfect. So the best thing to do is just be yourself. That's all for today.